Good evening, one and all. We, the students of Modern College Shivaji Nagar from Rotary Club of Shivaji Nagar, Pune, are here to pitch our idea named Hruday Vasi. My name is Isha Naik and I am the student group leader, and my team members are.
Hi. Hi, I Kishore Velekar.
Hi, Riya Khandekar this side.
Hello, myself Anuj Shevatkar.
Today, as we see, people are moving to nuclear families and there are working women in every family. Due to this, enough attention is not given to the requirements of elderly people. They live alone and there is no one to reach out to them to help them. This is how we got the idea of Hruday Vasi, and here we are with a vision to treat old like gold. So without any further ado, let's begin with the presentation. So this will be completely be a service based application for which we will be charging a subscription of 1299 per year, inclusive of all the services. We will also be providing one trip and two get-togethers in a year, for which we will be charging separately. So the services we will be including are grocery and food. For grocery, we will be tying up with nearby grocery shops. And if someone wants to order food for this purpose, we will be tying up with the women who provide tiffin services. For doctors and caretakers, we will be tying up with the well-known hospitals and NGOs so that we can provide best services. For housekeeping, we will be contacting labor management contractors. For providing medicines, we will again be tying up with nearby chemists who can provide 24/7 facility. Moving towards the vocal entertainment. So as we know, nowadays elderly people have money, but they don't have that person with whom they can share their feelings. So here we will bring the youth into the picture by tying up with various colleges and NGOs. Now moving forward to banking and related services. So now elderly people have some banking related requirements like passbook printing, check deposits, cash withdrawals, etc. So for this purpose, we will be meeting the managers of nearby nationalized banks who will be appointing their employees for this purpose. Moving forward, we have the design plan. So commencing our business in the form of startup. Dual login facility. So the app will include two logins, that is one of the elderly person himself and the second of the office child, who will be getting all the updates. Also, these accounts will have shared data. So the children of these elderly people will get all the will have a record of all the details. Then we will be providing a map system through GPS tracking that will display all the elderly people who have subscribed so that they can get to know each other and be friends with. A separate section will be provided in the app where the doctors can upload all the reports so that the NRI children can get easy access to the medical reports of their parents. We will have a section which will display all the details of the doctors, caretakers, tiffin providers, and everyone whom we will be employing, along with their character certificate. So we will be, for this purpose, we will be appointing a separate panel who will interview these people and will do a legal scrutiny. We will also include a section in which there will be weekly calls to keep a check on them, and for this purpose we will be appointing such people who wish to work but due to some reasons they are not able to. So by doing so, we will help in the reduction of unemployment. Also, we will make sure that the people in this for this purpose who are being appointed will be multilingual so that the elderly people will not have a problem in communicating. Then if anyone wants to order food, so for this we will be providing homemade tiffin services, for which we will be appointing women who will provide the tiffin services. By doing so, we will be helping in women empowerment, and we will be taking help from software engineers and data analysts for app testing and creation. Now I request Kishori to take over.
Yes, thank you, Isha. So here is plan overview. So first stage is prototype stage, where in first month we will be focusing on creation of app. We will put forth all the requirements in front of the software engineers who will accordingly help us in creating it. Once the app is created, we will be giving free subscriptions to our subscribers for testing it in actual market, and we'll do research and development with the help of feedback received from them. Once this stage is completed, we'll be implementing all the marketing strategy, and revenue generation will also be begun from this stage from the subscription money. Once we get the confidence that our app gains the stability in the market, we will approach to the investors for further expansion. Later on, we will be working on our future plans like tying up with insurance companies, making this app open for all. That is, our target audience will be working women and people of different age groups, arranging free get-togethers by under the sponsorship schemes, etc. Now, further concept will be explained by my colleague Anuj.
Thank you, Kishori. I now start with our marketing plan. So initially, we have a targeted audience of senior citizens who are above 60 years, and also super senior citizens who are above 80 years. And they are more inclined towards listening to radios and watching televisions. So keeping that into consideration, we have bifurcated our focus as to through which channels we'll be focusing more for marketing purposes, and make trying to make our customers aware of our services. So as you can see in our presentation, we have inserted a chart where we have divided our focus through as to where we will focus more on marketing, as to which, like, through which channels we will focus more, because these senior citizens and super senior citizens, they prefer more watching televisions and listening to radio. So we'll be focusing more on marketing on television and radio. So yes, this was a marketing plan. I now request Ria to take over and continue further.
Thank you so much, Anuj. So, starting with our finance plan, first production cost estimate. These are all estimated figures. So, towards software development, we are planning to invest 1 lakh rupees, which will include the fees of software developers, as well as we will be patenting our app so that there is no plagiarism and that we do not have a legal competition. For running the business, we need a small office space to do the telecalling and employ some people. For that, we will be paying about 20K per month, and so for 12 months, we will need around 2.4 lakhs. For utilities like the Wi-Fi that we will need for the software, the telephone bills that we will need for weekly calling, and other salaries of the person that we are planning to employ, it will cost us around 5.4 lakhs. Our investment plan is self equity, as we are 4 people in the startup. We plan to each invest 1 lakh rupee personally. This is our secured capital. We are sure that this capital is there with us. For further expansions, we will be seeking loans under startup or stand-up schemes that we have in India. And for more expansion, we will be looking forward to investor funding. Talking about the revenue, our primary revenue generation will come from the subscriptions that we will be getting. Then we will be referring and collaborating with the nearby grocery shops and other chemists and hospitals, well-known hospitals. So we will be taking charges from them so that we are referring them, their name specifically, to our customers. Moving forward, our basic plan looks like we plan on targeting and securing at least 50 customers every month from the first month. According to that, we will have 600 customers by the end of first year, which according to 1300 subscription charges will amount around 7.7 lakh rupees. Here we will achieve our breakthrough point right in the first year, as our production cost is 5.4 lakh rupees, which is lesser than our total revenue of the first year. In the second year, we have 600 customers. We already from the first year, which will be our repeat customers, as well as after expansion we will be having more 700 customers. And so according to the calculations that we have mentioned, we will have around 16.8 lakh rupees as our second year, and so on we will keep expanding our business. In the 4 lakh equity that we have securely held, we will be investing those in our assets, that are furniture and computer. From second year onwards, there will be depreciation 60% on the technical and 10% on furniture, and so on. We will be doing calculations and maintaining a very profitable and stable phase of the business. Thank you so much. I would like to thank all the jury for patiently listening to us, and Professor Pradeep Wag sir for conducting such a wonderful workshop, and Mr. Anuprash Vista for providing us the technical support. We are grateful to have this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the wonderful presentation. Very impressive. Last but not the least, the global population, as you know, has been now, moving towards the, particularly the population of above 60 is in very much high rise in advanced country as well as in developing countries. So this model absolutely fits to the global need. And also remembering, recalling, like many countries around the world has, seek the opportunity of medical tourism also, in terms of where, especially in Thailand, when I was, staying there, there was a village called Scandinavian village. And particularly in that, Scandinavian village, people used to provide, Thai people used to provide services to elderly Scandinavian people, and then they used to, provide housing facility, medical facility, so on and so forth. So this medical tourism, and particularly focusing on the medical tourism, India, Nepal, and our belt, is one of the very remarkable, zones where we know the hospitality, we know, how to take care of our elders, because we value our, elder generation. But because of the work-life balance, sometimes it's a big challenge to, effectively care our elders. So I'm very impressed and touched by the concept here. Well, you mentioned about, my question here is, you mentioned about this model will be based on the subscription-based model, right? So where, the customer will be using the software apps, I think, to use the services that you are providing. And but for me, I think this is also a usage-based business model. Usage means like you need to, if I'm mistaking the concept, so I thought that you will be inviting the elderly person to stay at the, a stay facility, providing the stay facility, providing food, medication, and so on and so forth. So if that is so, so I did not see anywhere in your presentation about the facilities where you are providing the services, like, like there will be investment in terms of building and infrastructure, so on and so forth. So though you have so much detailed work showing in your financial, your, design part, and so forth, so which was quite impressive. So can you please elaborate more on your business model? What specifically, what is the, revenue stream that you are creating, or what kind of business model you think it is based currently?
Ma'am, may I answer?
Yes, please.
Ma'am, it is foremostly service providing plan. And our main revenue generation will be from the subscriptions that we will be getting yearly, and from the commission that we will receive every time a customer orders any groceries or any medicines from the chemist and grocery shop, and every time any labors or tiffin services are taken from any of the people, and even for starting to join with us in the initial stage, so that we can actually advertise that these people are ready to provide services, we will be charging a minimal fee to state their name in our app that this service provider is there to provide us their services. So there will be two main revenue generations, one from the consumer side, that is subscription, and one from the provider side for giving them an opportunity to fulfill the needs of the consumer.
Can I add something to this? So ma'am, you talked about staying facility. So we are not giving them the stay facility. We are just providing them the services at their doorstep. And our future plan is to give the daycare facilities that will be once we receive the stability in this business.
So thank you for clarifying that. That makes more sense now. So, like you're more of a, software similar to the previous presenter, software SaaS model, software as a, like a service. So where, like the features, particularly user-friendly features and all you need to evaluate. So, now I think this in terms of concept, a lucrative concept, but how far have you gone in terms of market survey, in terms of like finding out your right targeted segment of the customers and taking the feedback? Have you done that so far?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, our targeted audience is mostly the NRI people and the nuclear families who, due to work-related reasons, cannot live with their parents. And their parents are very, I can say, old and weak that they cannot physically go out and buy these basic need items themselves. So, as if I am a child of a parent who is very old, I'm constantly worried that is my parent getting all the health facilities that they need? Is his health okay? Is he lonely in the house? Is proper quality food given to him? How is he managing his daily activities? This constant pressure I have, so I'm losing my mental balance and I'm very worried. So if I'm using this app, I can easily get all the updates, and even as it has 2 user logins, even if my parent cannot use the app, I from here can choose all the services, I can fix all the doctor appointments, schedule all the tests that need to be done, so that the doctor will go to their house and do all the tests and then send reports to me. And then from here, remotely, from wherever I'm working out of India or not near them, I can take care of my parent as if I'm living with him without any worries.
Yes, thank you.
Nitin, any question? Jury?
Thank you, Team Hruday Vasi. Very nice idea. Just wanted to check with you. Have you done any survey of number of senior citizens in your city, that is Pune, or any organizations having senior citizens? Means I have not seen such calculation where in your business plan that, okay, currently number of average senior citizens are this much, because I think on the subscription base, you have considered some 50 numbers for a year 1 and then 600 numbers for year 2. I think you need to do some working on that, because this number might be very low as per your presentation, I think. And secondly, the charges what you are putting 1200 odd per member for the subscription may be high for the senior citizens. So that's why you have to check the scope, how many senior citizens are here currently, and maybe in next 3 years during your 3 years business plan or 1,000-day business plan, which normally every startup should do while planning the business, and then come to your subscription charges, because it should not happen that you are doing everything, investing 4 lakh rupees and taking out a product and there are no buyers. So make sure it is attracted. Maybe for first 100 numbers, you are providing it free to first 100 senior citizens. Make it popular among everywhere, make a voice of it across the city, and then it's a great idea. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nitin.
Sir,
Thank you,
just
sir, for the idea.
information, sir, we are targeting 50 customers per month, so 600 customers at the end of the first year.
Correct.
And in the marketing slide, we have mentioned how much percentage of old age people on a tentative basis are there in the market. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you.